So Mr. Lou Ferrigno will let us know who he has selected as the most influential teacher in his life.
When I was very young as a kid, overcoming diversity with the hearing, the speech issue, I remember as a kid being beaten up. I used to read about comic book and discover monthly magazines because I was obsessed with power. I'll never forget, I see a guy standing there with a big chest pose, looking straight ahead. It says, Joe Weider, trainer of champion. And they had all these different weights. And I'm looking at this picture and saying to myself, I wish I could meet this guy, because eventually over the course of time, I had a chance to come to California to train for the competition. I got a chance to get to know Joe Weider.
Does a person shape their own destiny, and how much is it down to fate? Mr. Ferrigno, are you ready to go, good sir?
Yeah, a huge extent, because life is about choice. I speak all over the world. I talk about overcoming fear. You see, everybody has a choice, because a lot of people have this negative voice in their head. They listen to this different story. But in order to be successful, you have to learn how to compete with yourself. And it's all about passion. You have to find the right passion for yourself, because that makes you rich. That makes you unstoppable, because everybody wants to look at the other picture and have fantasy. But the thing is that you have to, all in your mind, you have to focus, you have to have that vision and choice. When I was a kid, I came from a broken home, but I had a vision that I wanted to be successful. I had short and long-term vision. I decided what I wanted to do, and I went after it. Even though that I got knocked down a few times, but nothing could stop me, because I control my own destiny. It's about the fear factor, embracing the fear, and be determined, be fierce with yourself, and compete with yourself, and be the best you can be. A bunch of my friends were getting together, myself, being hard of hearing back then. I would listen to the conversation the best I could. And I remember they were talking about this movie, about Brando, about the whole scene behind the Corleone family. And I was amazed, because I decided to see the film, because it relates a lot to my childhood growing up, because I grew up in a Jewish Italian neighborhood. And especially if it goes back to Italy, when it came from Italy, especially when you see the movie, you learn a lot about Ellis Island. Joe was like a second father to me. He took me under his wing. He introduced me to art. He introduced me to history. He brought Schwarzenegger here from another country, because back then in Brooklyn, I had a severe relationship with my father. It was a love and hate relationship. So Joe was like my mentor, because he convinced me to be the best I could be in myself, to learn to compete with myself. So I've learned the best from him, because Joe never went past third grade education. He was self-educated. Myself, for my example, I'm be in the same situation, because coming from the background I came from, I've learned from Joe that the sky's the limit.